Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Count Dooku from Star Wars. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video, where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, gotta make sure I got him in the right pose. I got enough room. Oof, a little tall there, a little close. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm just gonna be cutting it close. But that's okay. Right, we're still on the screen. Still on the screen, just can't go any lower. Alright. That should be simple. Okay, and yeah, this is gonna be pretty straightforward because it's a lot of cloth, like the Jedi, you know. Jedi are a lot of cloth, so it's just what do you call it? Wrinkles and folds. That's all it really is. Bring his waist down a little bit more here, and that's it, really. So I just gotta get the basics down. And draw the folds, you know. Let's see. Because yeah, same thing, he's just got a shirt, you know. And there's not a lot I need to draw there. But you know, we want to make it look good, right? Let's see. Yeah, so I just gotta get the basics down. That's pretty much it. And draw an awesome lightsaber. Okay, so yes, here this is gonna be the trick. Is there we go. You know, his awesome cane saber. I mean, yeah, what do you call it? Because it's not quite a lightsaber. It's not a cane, but it is arched like a cane handle, right? That no, that's too much of an angle down. Alright, so let's do this. How about like that? Because what I like to do is make sure that I have it at a good angle compared to the handle, because I do this with the lightsabers too. You know, just draw a straight edge and then kind of build the blast type like thing. But I want it to look good with the handle, because I don't want the handle like I don't want the handle this way then the blade off that way. You know what I mean? Like it's all got to be perpendicular, or it's all got to be one straight line. It can't be off like that, or it's just not right. That you have to honor your lightsaber and its master, right? Ooh, booyah. Okay. Alright, so let me just draw him some detail in the face real fast. Let's see if we can draw a Dooku face. Try to find a good face of him. How about we draw an old man and then make him a Sith Lord, right? There we go. There's the formula. I should do tutorials, right? It's like, okay, today I'm going to teach you how to draw a Sith Lord. First, draw an old man and make him a Sith Lord. Boom shakalaka. No use, huh? No use. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to use this to keep my hand from sweating all over this. There we go. And that's the nice thing too. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Once I start concentrating, I get really quiet. That's the nice thing about him being an old man. I could add extra lines and it doesn't look crazy. It looks like creases, folds, and a beard is where I was going with that. And there we go. I think that'll work. It's a little pudgy, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? A little beefier, manlier than I guess an old man is, but you know what? That's okay. This is how I draw. This is my Dooku. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines, so all I have left are the thicker confidence lines, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines. If you're working with pencil, if you're following along, you just start drawing darker. You don't worry about erasing. But me, I need the Sharpie to stand out. All right, so I say we welcome those people that skipped. Welcome them to join us on our drawing adventure. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every single day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but it depends a little finer than the fine point and can find things that a fine point can't quite find. So, I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, so I have just a small ghost of an image to guide me with my Sharpies. I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better, and I can draw in the fine detail that I'm going to work with on the face. So, this is just because my hands are sweaty right now, so I don't want to sweat all over the paper. So I'm going to draw the top of his eyes, the eyelids, right, like this. See if I got it in the right spot. Looks good to me. So I'm going to draw some retinas, the colored part, real tiny, like that. Then I'm going to draw in some pupil, just a little bit, because the size that I'm working with these Sharpies, they'll start to bleed, so I got to be very careful with what I'm doing here. And instead of the bottom of the eye, I'm just going to come in just a little bit like this. Same thing there, add just a little bit in, just to imply the bottom of the eye, then color will take care of the rest, because these Sharpies are very, I've said it before in my other tutorials, they scream. Whenever you're doing a drawing, these things are definite and they make their point. And if you're trying to be subtle, not going to happen. So I only try to put down the major lines that I want to be defined, right? So let's give him some eyebrows. I'm going to give him some angry eyes, a little like that. come in here for that little furrowed brow like that too. Okay, and for the nose, let's go ahead and define a whole line down like this, because he's an old man with a very prominent look. Okay, like that. And I'm going to draw the side of his head. That'll guide me with the rest of where we are. So I'll come up here and do this. And I'm going to start to thicken these outer edges too, because once I switch over to this Sharpie, it's a whole different story. And it's super thick. So I'm trying to match what's about to happen, is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm going to give him his beard. Something like this, and it'll give me some places to start and stop. Like that. We'll give him his bottom lip, because you can't really see the top since it's covered up right there. We'll do some beard lines like that. And I can cartoonishly add the ends of his beard like this. Okay. And again, I'm thickening up this part. You don't have to do this. Whether you're using Sharpies or pencil, you don't have to do that at all. But, like I said, I know what's about to happen. I know what I want to do for mine. Alright. How's yours coming along? Awesome. That's good to know. Okay, just little ear parts like that. Give him a little bit of hair up here like this. And I'm kind of working backwards, but it's what struck me, you know? It's how I started working. I don't know why. So like I said, I'm going to thicken up my outer edge just to match what's about to happen. Alright, and I think I'm ready for that to happen. I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie. And I'm going to, oh, but you know what? I need to draw, let me do this first. No, I'll work my way down. So I was going to draw the chain that's going across right there, but I don't need to do that yet. Okay, there's his collar. So now I'm going to draw his shoulders into that chain that I'm talking about, and then we'll draw the rest of them. But his cape is kind of over his shoulders, so I'm using that as a start-stop point, and I can draw this. Now look, I'm not connecting right there because I'm going to do the chain, so I'm leaving myself a little bit of freedom to get a little creative there. And this one, his hand is out, so this part of the cape is going out a little bit more. Let me, be careful with that. Always cap your Sharpies. I'm about to pick it right back up, so that's why I didn't, but I almost just drew all over my drawing just because I was working too fast. Okay, so for the chain, I'm just going to do something a little like this, because it's very decorative, very ornate, and I just want to, give it a little bit of extra. But I didn't want to do it with the big Sharpie, So we'll say some of these are hollow. There we go. So there, it's a little more subtle because I didn't use the big Sharpie, and it stands out a little bit more. It doesn't blend with all the other lines we just did. Okay, so let's go ahead and do his front, and then we can draw his arms down, because you can see one side of him like this. Then we're going to draw his belt like that, and you notice I did that little step. The reason I did that is because it's got a certain look to it, and I just kind of wanted to accent that it's got that front like, I was gonna say like buckle, but it's not really a buckle, it's just a big leather piece. But because we do that, see, now we do something like this, and it kind of stands out, you know? Those little bumps help it to become something different, you know, something more than just another side. It gives it some emphasis. It's planning. Little things like that. You plan for stuff like that. You can do some awesome little things here. All right, so let's go ahead and work on this arm, since we have stop points that we can work with. Basically, I'm just drawing his sleeve like this. The other side coming in like that. And then I'll draw the lightsaber. And here I like to draw bends and folds in the material, because we know it's cloth. You know, we know it's got wrinkles in it. And you don't have to do the exact same lines I'm doing. You do whatever you like. I'm just kind of giving you some ideas of this is what you can be doing to bring yours to life. Okay, so I'm going to draw his hand holding a lightsaber here. And I know it looks weird. We're going to add some detail in a second. I'm drawing the basic side of it, and then I'll come back with the detail. But because I've already sketched it out, I know where it's going and why it looks like this, you know? Draw some bony old man knuckles. And we'll go ahead, well, let's draw the lightsaber. Let's draw the lightsaber. So it's curved a little bit. Comes down like this. Got that handle. And then it curves back up. I call it the old man cane, you know, because it looks curved like a cane handle. Alright, not quite capturing what I'm trying to do there, but oops. I always do stuff like that. I always kind of fall off. I go past my lines. I don't know why. Oops, I lost my picture. Hang on 1 second. I had a good picture of it. There we go. Just to make sure I have, yeah, because that'll be black and that'll be silver, and that's fine. Try to straighten that out. And there we go. Okay, so I'm glad I got my tiny Sharpie here, because what I like to do is I've got the line drawn, so I kind of have a, here, let me do it again, to make sure I have the right angle for the lightsaber. There we go, because I want it to flow the right way, you know? So what I like to do for a lightsaber with Sharpies is I draw and pick up, because I don't want it to be defined. What I was talking about before with these is Sharpies, they're very defining, and they really say, hey, this is a line here, but because it's light, we don't really want it to be defined. So I kind of emphasize where it's coming out, so you know, and then draw, pick up, draw, pick up, draw to about where the point is, come back. And see how it's not perfect either? I'm not worried about that. I just want to draw like an emphasis of where a light line would be, you know? And when I come back with color, it's going to stand out anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. So there you go. So that's how you subtly draw a light sword. Okay? So I don't need this anymore for now. So I'm moving back to my other Sharpie. So I'm going to draw his waist back up to his arm. Like that. I'll come back in and draw some detail in a second. Basically like we did over there, we're drawing his coat, his sleeve. And you see what I did there? So when you draw a line and it's not where you want it to be, you don't have to make your next line right at that line. You know, if you felt, you know what, I don't want to draw it down here, then reconnect, do it. Don't be stuck having to do what you did before because of the past. Don't make your past your present, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you felt like, you know what, it's time for a change, you change. You do what you want to do. Don't let your past dictate your present or your future. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I got his hand kind of over itself here. Kind of, fingers are kind of down, very dramatic. That. Again. Gonna clean it up a little bit with this Sharpie. Not much I can really do though, I mean, it's just a hand, you know. We can add just some knuckles, you know, something like that, but it's pretty much decided on because it's a hand that we don't have to do much. But I will do some creases and folds like I was talking about before. There we go. Alright, so now we're just going to draw the bottom, like the top of his shirt. It comes down kind of like a, not really a skirt, but it's just a long shirt is basically what it is. I'll add some more lines there in a second. I'm just going to finish it up and then we'll add some detail there. So basically I'm just going to draw his pants. There's the front leg coming in like this. That's the back of his leg. Down to the boots. I'm going to go ahead and draw that boot and it's pointed right at you. So basically drawing a foot that's pointed straight at you like that. So you don't really see a lot of detail. This one you'll see the side profile of. Okay, so I'm going to draw his pants. This. And remember, I've already sketched this out, so I'm not just drawing and, oh, it works. No, I've sketched out where it's going to go. It was planned. So that's why it helps to follow along with my sketch, but I know the sketch is not for you, so you might not even be able to see it. Don't listen to me. Just draw along with me. So let's draw the cape, and then I'll come back and add some detail. So the cape's hanging down right here, going down here to this, and that. It's a little bit up because his arm's raised. Coming back here like that. And this one's hanging down. That. Add some of these lines. Okay, so let me add some lines for all this cloth, just to, like I said, just to make it stand out, you know, just to make it come alive. Same thing for his boots. I'm going to draw a little bit of stress where, you know, the bends would be. Because especially in your ankles, your boots get a lot of stress. Trust me, I'm from Texas. Alright. Okay, those lines are a little crazy. I went a little too excited once I started talking about Texas. So you don't have to draw exactly like I did just there. I'm just going to try to make it up by drawing all kinds of other crazy lines. You do what makes you happy. Alright, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Count Dooku, Star Wars.
So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.